No, 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 no.
Oh my god. What are you doing, Toyotaro? What are you fucking doing, dude?
I got that California, got that
Okay, so apparently this Machoke looking ass got the better of Super Saiyan 3 Goku. So it's not enough that Dragon Ball Super has systematically devalued the SSJ forms while also on multiple occasions fodderized Goku's blue form. But Toyotaro comes in and just does SSJ 3 dirty like that. Now listen, I need to clarify two things before you start commenting down below. First of all, I do not think this scene makes Toyotaro a bad writer. Nor do I think the arc is bad because of it. Also, I completely understand that this guy is not Super Saiyan 3 tier. And I realize the implications of how Moro's interference caused Goku to be caught off guard. So instead, I'll explain to you the actual problem with this. And it isn't the logic behind it. The power scaling is not off. But there is another problem, and if you want to understand, then I urge you to watch my previous reviews as well to get a full grasp of what I'm about to say. But before that, let me backtrack and actually start from the beginning. We are sent to the Galactic Patrol prison, and there we are informed that the prison shield went down. And that gave us an indication that this was indeed Moro's wish, which honestly seemed like a waste of fucking time. I didn't like their introduction, and I'll also tell you that in a bit. So, we are introduced to the new villainish squad, which honestly, it's a bit refreshing to see. It's been a while since we have seen a villain that had a squad with him. This gave me Dragon Ball movie flashbacks, reminded me of Bojack and his crew, or just other villains with guys working for them. So again, I like that Toyotaro included these guys. There are some interesting design choices that are inspired from Universe 6, such as Vegeta and Botamo. But anyways, these guys, they take over the incredibly fast ship and they go to Planet Namek in order to help Moro. And this is where my issue starts to begin with the chapter. The problem for me begins right here. Goku and Vegeta powering up to blue form. So okay, that's good, right? Since they went blue, that has to mean they mean business. Cause let me tell you something. I didn't like the fact that they went full power right away. Cause that was an indication that they will obliterate these guys. But guess what? They absolutely didn't. Unlike Goku uses Super Saiyan Blue right now, like Goku is freaking using Super Saiyan Blue for literally anything. The guy probably uses Super Saiyan Blue to wipe his ass with that form. Like, if you read this chapter alone, without going to the next, which thankfully enough I did, otherwise I'd be super confused. If you remember, in the Goku Black arc, Goku transformed Super Saiyan 2 against Zamasu, which gave us an indication on where Zamasu stands compared to Goku. Since he lost against SSJ2 Goku, he cannot be higher than SSJ3 or higher than that in terms of power. Now, I'm fully aware these guys are not god level, and they won thanks to Moro, their boss, aiding them in battle. However, since Goku and Vegeta use Super Saiyan Blue, then the moment any of these guys connect a fucking punch, that motherfucker should be obliterated, like knocked out at least. Like if you remember back in the Cell arc, if you remember how Gohan used to fuck up the Cell Juniors by simply going to Super Saiyan 2, he's just one level above them. Like these guys are SSJ 1 tier. He went to SSJ 2 and it took him one punch to completely obliterate them. Just kill them. Cold-blooded. Like, do you think people look back at SSJ 2 Gohan and be like, yeah, SSJ 2 Gohan was a bitch? No, nobody does that. Because people have fond memories of how badass the character is. And that's something that what makes people gravitate towards these characters. It feels like their badassery, their image towards these characters are always intact. That's why a lot of people, when they talk about Gohan, they always talk about, oh, the Gohan from the Z era, Gohan from Dragon Ball Z, how Gohan was. Nope, let me tell you something. Nobody cares if Gohan is stronger now in Dragon Ball Super. Nobody cares if Great Saiyaman is stronger than Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, even though he's not. But nobody does. People care about these moments, like these legendary moments of Z. I'm not saying the main guy should never be defeated, but This is why you should focus on the other main cast. If you notice, Goku is not used a lot in Dragon Ball Z. Akira Toriyama has been very clever in using Goku. In the Saiyan saga, he was removed. He was removed by Raditz or by Piccolo when he killed him, and he came back later to face Nappa after all the guys have struggled. Like, imagine if Goku was there, he didn't die, and he just trained with King Kai somehow, and he just fought Nappa. Then he would have won. They would have ganged up against Vegeta, and they could have beaten him. But what happened is that Goku is removed from the story, and he was removed in Namek until he got to Namek. He fucked up the Ginyu Force, and then he got fucked up by Ginyu because he got his body switched, and then he fought against Frieza at the finale, and those were shitloads of episodes. And in these episodes, can you name how many of these episodes were Goku in? Not many, because Akira Toriyama used to focus on the other cast. But Toyotaru and Toei Animation, and this is the same thing they did with GT. They keep focusing on Goku, and by keeping focusing on Goku, you have to introduce not overpowered characters, but you have to introduce characters that make Goku struggle. And when you make Goku struggle, you make everybody look bad. And no, I'm not saying that Goku shouldn't be able to lose, because I know what some of you guys are probably thinking right now. You guys are thinking I'm probably just another Goku fanboy and I just can't accept the fact that Goku's getting his ass kicked. But that's not the point of it. It's the point is that Dragon Ball Super have been devaluing the Super Saiyan forms. That one, by spamming blue, and second, by overshadowing the previous forms and not giving them any sort of respect. Which you need to understand, as a company that produces this anime, which are Toei Animation, you might be able to watch this and be like, okay, I'm a fan of Dragon Ball, and I agree with this, and I don't care. I just want to watch Dragon Ball and enjoy Dragon Ball. But you need to understand that a lot of people who watch Dragon Ball have fond memories of these characters in these forms. So I'm not saying that these forms should never be beat or should never be eclipsed. In fact, Goku has always been a character that breaks through his limits and always finds new transformations. So we accept the fact that other forms would be obsolete. For instance, Super Saiyan 1 has been rendered obsolete by Super Saiyan 2, despite us seeing Super Saiyan 1 being used constantly throughout the series. So that's not what I'm trying to say. That's all I'm trying to say, that I don't want to see Super Saiyan 3 losing. What I don't want to see is just these no-named assholes that we didn't have any sort of yes, we had a background on who they are, but I'm not even invested enough in this guy for me to feel like, oh, it makes sense that he could destroy Goku or beat Goku. He didn't destroy Goku, Moro helped him beat Goku. It would have been better if Moro was the one who took care of them, just like Goku Black took care of Vegeta and Goku. It doesn't make sense for Goku to lose against these bozos, especially when they went blue. That's the problem. They went blue and they should have been able to defeat them easily, just one punch. Like, even if Moro was draining them, that still should have been enough time for them to defeat them. They should still be fast enough, strong enough to beat them. So it's just really asinine what they did with the Dragon Ball franchise, and this highlights it. This problem has always been like in Dragon Ball Super and even Dragon Ball GT, but to me in this arc it highlighted it, and that's why it pissed me off. It didn't piss me off because I think it's bad. I don't think the arc is bad. The arc is fantastic. I love it, guys. Okay, so don't get angry. Don't think I'm just gonna drop Dragon Ball Super, but just realize I'm really frustrated by the continuous disrespect of these forms. And honestly, it's really disappointing to see like an icon in the anime industry, not just for the Dragon Ball history, but just like in all of animes, Goku is a character that like holds a lot of respect, and a lot of people care about his character. And again, I'll just reiterate again, I don't think that Goku should not be able to be defeated. If you want him to be defeated, there better be a payoff. I don't think letting these assholes right here defeating or getting the better of Goku and Vegeta, again with the help of Moro, serves as anything. It just devalues all the forms. So yeah, that's all I'm about to say. Like, I know that a lot of you guys think I'm just bitching here and I'm moaning. But yeah, sadly, other than that, I got nothing else to say about chapter 50 and 49. It's just that since chapter 50 and 51 that I read them, the only takeaways that we got is that Vegeta is gonna let go of his pride and is gonna go to planet Yardrat and train. I don't know if he's gonna learn the instant transmission. I think a lot of people are under the impression, since he's going to Yardrat, he has to experience something at least similar to instant transmission, or just a unique move that only Vegeta has that Goku doesn't. Because you know what separates Goku and Vegeta? Like, yeah, they both have different techniques. You know, Goku has the Kaioken, Goku has Spirit Bomb, has a lot of different moves that Vegeta doesn't have. But what highlights Goku in most cases, when you compare both, Goku has the ability to use instant transmission, which is a really useful move. So I think Vegeta is going to be able to acquire a move that just Goku's never going to be able to acquire. And I think that's going to be really interesting. The second takeaway is that Goku's going to be training under mirrors, which again, like I said from my other reviews, it's really interesting how mirrors, it seems like he has the ability of self movement or self mastery of movement, aka Ultra Instinct, sort of. Like, maybe it's not the same as Goku, but apparently Goku wants to train to use Ultra Instinct, and it's going to be really useful when fighting Moro. So I thought that was really interesting. Plus, I just want to mention, I really like this panel right here. Just Goku, it seems like he's just moving his finger. It's just his intent to punch. Like, he didn't even punch Moro. And, sorry, not Moro, Mears. Goku, just for the fact that he was intentionally trying to punch Mears just notices Goku. And Goku, the thing what's brilliant about this panel over here, that Goku likely did that just to test out Mears. He wanted to see if Mears is gonna react immediately. So that's the whole point. Goku wasn't trying to hit him or kill him. Goku knew that Mears was going to dodge. So I thought that was really interesting. But I also thought it was really ironic that in the next few panels, Toritaro once again shits on Super Saiyan 3. So yet again, just putting more insult to injury when it comes to reviewing this chapter. But then again, I just really like what's going on with the chapter. They're setting up a challenge. They're setting up Vegeta trying to find a new technique, a new move, and Goku working on his Ultra Instinct. So I really like that, because we haven't seen that before. If you remember all the different arcs, all the previous arcs, we just see Goku train by himself, or Goku and Vegeta train, but they didn't set a specific goal for them. So Vegeta's trying to find a goal for himself, and Goku's trying to find a goal for himself. So both are going to learn something new this arc. So yeah, even though I bitched and moaned, I think this is a huge plus. And before I end this review, I just want to say that I like what Toritaro did with the planet Zoom scene, where the guys who work for Moro, they go to planet Zoom, which is the planet where Pui is hailed from. So I thought that was an interesting touch, that we've seen that planet and we've seen that inhabitants, which I don't know why I always assumed that the guys were dead somehow, or they didn't exist, or they got killed off or something. But it's really interesting to see them again. So that was a little bit of, I won't say fan service-ish, but it was nice to see. So yeah, I can't wait to see the next chapter, and I hope that I can give you a proper review. So I promise, as long as nothing pisses me off, I'm going to try to just give you a proper analysis. So if you're new for my chapter reviews, I promise you that this is not how I mostly review chapters. I'm mostly more analytical. I try to talk about the story, try to talk about the giveaways. So don't worry guys, just make sure you subscribe to the channel, like if you like this video. If you want to dislike, I don't mind, just try to rate the video. If you're watching this, if you agree, then like. If you don't disagree, then dislike. I don't care, okay? Just I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then please like, comment, and subscribe. Peace guys.